Aquarius, welcome to your in-depth reading for Intimate Tarot. What's up? What's going on? If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read Intimate Tarot, everything that you need to know, the reading type, what you can expect, who it serves, the purpose, etc., it will be outlined for you in the description box. Heads up, if you are sensitive in general around the topics of sexual energy, identification, description, feel free to pass this one up, but I strongly recommend you check out the description box and figure out if it's for you. For my regulars, welcome back. What's up? What's going on? Regardless. And like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit, yeah? What's going on, please? What's going on, please? Common question I get, do I have to be in a relationship or be with somebody full stop to appreciate Intimate Tarot? Absolutely not. I'd like to think that there's value in all things, lessons, whether or not it applies to you. But there you go. That's for you to determine, yeah? But no, I will often see things unfolding that are new in nature or very old in nature. It's either for you or it's not. That's it. That's all there is to it. What's going on, please? Show me that Aquarian sexual energy. Show me that Aquarian sexual energy. Excuse the background noise. It sounds like the neighbor's doing some sort of something that involves banging things. Well, that being said, I suppose this is the right reading type, yeah? Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different. What's going on, please? Show me. Show me that Aquarian sexual energy, please. Show me that Aquarian sexual energy. Let's do one more. Show me that Aquarian sexual energy, please. Okay, we're going to put down your baseline, clarify, and then towards the end, we'll put down some oracles as well. All right. Four of Cups, the Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, King of Swords. Okay. Next several months, Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups is in the end here. Okay. All right. You're showing me Four of Cups, the Hermit. You are emotionally and sexually a little dissatisfied off, but you're willing to look at it with the Hermit. You want to discover why. Nobody likes to be in that Four of Cups, in the sexual energy or emotional energy. In here, it's one and the same. Nobody wants to feel off, like I said, emotionally or sexually. Good news for you is that you have the Hermit. Through experience, wisdom, and insight, you are willing to take a look at it in depth, in detail, to discover why, where it's coming from, its particular origin, and therefore find ways to counter it, heal it, okay? It's not enough to just be unhappy. You're saying, I actually want to do something about it. Good job. Someone connected to you, Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot. Their energy is a little bit slower, but at the same time sincere, okay? They're showing me a kind of sexual strength when it comes to your particular connection, one that they are used to. They don't rush it. They do like to take their time, which is always a good thing in my book. And a certain kind of sincerity there with the Chariot. It's kind of like saying, count me in, whatever it is you need. I'll take my time if you need to. King of Swords, shared. This is no knowledge between you two in some way. Over the next several months, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords, there is a growing sense of, let's take it easy. What you and I is cultivated, we're practiced at it, okay? It's not exactly the wildest, but it does speak or harken back to both of our comfort zones. Nine of Cups, there is emotional and sexual satisfaction that is trying to be achieved, but Seven of Swords, we haven't quite gotten there yet, okay? I believe what I'm looking at here is someone who would like to be a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more open to discovery, particularly of the self. Okay, Nine of Cups is emotional and sexual pleasure of the self and understanding what makes us happy. Okay, Seven of Swords, we're a little shy about that. Okay. In the outcome, though, is the Queen of Cups. We have full heart here, which is beautiful. It still suggests love. I believe I'm looking at two people who are trying to kind of open the books in each other's sexual energy and maybe rediscover each other, try to prompt new things, okay? Be a little bit more open to each other, a little bit more available, okay? We're going to start with you. Four of Cups and the Hermit. Show me that. Show me that Four of Cups, please, and the Hermit. Show me that Four of Cups, please, and the Hermit. Show me that Four of Cups, please. So you very much want to heal this sense of detachment, emotionally and sexually. Okay? You do. You want to be open towards it. Like I said, it's not enough to sit there and feel dissatisfied. We want to do something. We want to be proactive. Okay? We want to be insightful. There it is. King of Wands, the passion, the sun. Yes. The Tower. I know. So here's the discovery for you. And that's a lot of explosive sexual energy right there. Yeah, there's the admission. Tower, the sun, the King of Wands. It's like these two in sexual tarot. Fantastic. Look how warm and bright that is, because that's exactly what it is. It is very much, in a literal sense, shared passion. It's beautiful. It's easy. We don't have to think about it. It just is. The intimacy is warm, lovely, inviting, and mutually shared, okay, and agreed upon. And the Tower says, it still could be. You miss that. You miss the intensity, the warmth, the heat, the passion, and then just frankly, the kind of spontaneity, you know, of allowing things to happen in the moment. It's quite warm, and it has its moments of being bold. It really does. It does have its moments of being quite bold. Little bit of an impression for some of you, the Aquarians I'm looking at. You don't mind a little public display. Let's put it that way. So yeah, in case you did not check out the description box, the whole point of Intimate Tarot is to not take our sexual energies for granted. And sometimes we get specific impressions. That's one of the reasons that we're here, okay? But yeah, a little bit of public display. Never hurt this, Aquarius, you know? Oh, you do like it. A little bit. Nothing too crazy, right? But we miss this, and it's occurred to us. We've been absent from this for a while. It used to be so... Again, this is the kind of thing you don't think about. You live it with your person. You just express it, you feel it. You touch it because it's there. And you know it's welcome. Welcoming to you and them. A lot of spontaneous moments that you've enjoyed with your person, or you used to. The Hermit suggests it's been a while. But he wants to know. Here's our current present-day energies. And in reflection and hindsight of that, knowing that it's still in you. Okay, this is where you've come from. And why has it been so very long since we've been able to feel like this so naturally and easily? My, you are the passionate Aquarius, and there's something about that kind of noonday energy for some of you. You know, when the sun's out, not when it's dark so much. Like I said, some of you like a little bit of a public display. You can be quite spontaneous, I believe, in your lovemaking. So the idea has become, how do we get back to that? Let's check out your person. The Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. A little slower, but a little bit more on the methodical side for that reason. The Chariot suggests, I'm here with full conviction. Okay, but I also don't like to be rushed, or, you know, they don't associate lovemaking with being rushed. But when they show up with the Chariot, they show up, yeah? Let's see that Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please, with the Chariot. Show me that. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please, with the Chariot. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please, with the Chariot. So how can we get you back in touch with that inner fire? And that inner sense of spontaneity. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles in the Chariot. Quite combustible, that is, but very manageable. The Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. It's like your wish is my command. Oh my, yes. This is someone who has no problem whatsoever waiting for a good thing, all right? They show a lot of sexual patience. They really do. In fact, a big part of them experiences arousal just through communication. Okay, voices. This is someone who's extremely tactile, particularly where sound is concerned. Human voice, music, that kind of thing. So they have an energy here that really suggests, I don't like to be rushed. I do like to take my time, and I'm all about the little things. There's so much in their sexual energy they say they enjoy, just through, again, particularly sound, okay? Communication. There's a longing. They like to build the fire. They fan the fire, right? They don't have to have or achieve immediate results, which is quite admirable. Very patient, very steady hand, okay? But they do seem to appreciate the little things in sexual energy, such as specifically the communication. And they seem to harness those long periods of waiting here, Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, to their advantage, where it kind of slowly builds in their sexual energy so that they get to enjoy it more when they actually get to experience it with you. So again, very well tempered this person is. Okay, they really seem to have a kind of knowledge of themselves, which is always a good thing. Know thyself, about their sexual energy, what they can do with it, how they harness it. And they really don't seem to mind those long stretches, of absence. The sexual energy for this person, like I said, the way you two experience it together suggests that there might be long stretches between you two, but when it's there, it's on point. Kind of like I was saying, from their point of view, worth waiting for. Because when it shows up, but there's something here about the basic principles of communication, flirtation, and being able to appreciate each other's most basic sensory skills. It's quite nice for this person. It's really nice. It's lovely, actually. This person kind of has and which I believe is becoming increasingly rare in our society, this does not have that pressure of immediate gratification, which is nice. They're all about the kissing, that one is. I'll tell you what, when they're not talking, they kissing. Yes. All right, King of Swords, which is the new or shared. This is clearly shared to some extent. How new they are in your life, I don't know. I do feel like you two have a particular rhythm. You yourself kind of want to know, with that sense of passion and drive. And again, I keep coming back to that key word there, spontaneity. Some of you, as you recall yourselves at the heights of your sexual energy, okay, very much morning or afternoon people. Not everything has to take place during the dark, yeah? All right. Let's see that King of Swords. Let's see that King of Swords, please. Which I'm going to default to you for now as the King of Swords. You are the fixed sign. Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Two of Pentacles. There is this idea that you've been contemplating, is your sexual energy fair? And is it the best that you have to offer? Are you receiving the best? Are you giving the best? You're actually seeing it in both measures, okay, in terms of equality and or fairness. So you are concerned a little bit more on the practical side of things in terms of delivery, focus, frequency. Okay, I think we have an idea of what's going on here. You privately contemplate your sexual energy from an emotional, sexual standpoint, particularly why it doesn't feel like it used to. This is very normal. Your present-day self, in terms of focus, practicality, logic, reasoning, rationality, here at the King of Swords says Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Justice. Am I giving enough? Am I receiving enough? Is it right? Is it fair? So I can see where you switch from something that is warm, natural, spontaneous, loving, desirable, highly desirable, okay, to something about, I want to give to this. It needs to be in good measure. Okay, I don't exactly feel called to it like I used to, but I want to make sure that I'm still giving something, that I'm still receiving something in equal measure, equal give and take. So that seems to be a priority for you. It might be that, honey, over time, we slipped into this kind of mindset of fierce passion, expression, and intensity to, okay, is it fair? That does happen over time, okay? In terms of how we're giving, receiving, and are we making space for intimacy with our partner. It can start to feel a little bit more like a chore, a job, an idea, a concern, something that we need to check off on the list. And that, when we set things up like that over time, okay, we don't rush into those things, it happens over time. Yeah, you're going to lose that sense of spontaneity and that sense of emotional and sexual combustion, which you used to tap into so easily, no pun intended. But used to tap into that so easily, without thought. It was just a feeling. It's beautiful. But what happens over time? Schedules get in the way, conflicts come up, life happens, right? And so you kind of converted that into a system of fairness, being aware to check in with our person at the intimate level in the give and take arena, okay? I think if we make more space for the feeling as opposed to, say, a schedule, that might help. But let's keep going, because I am seeing something that suggests you are staying on the path with your person and you are trying to get back into that space of emotional prevalence for yourself, okay? But there's sometimes we shy away from it, Seven of Swords. There's something in you that doesn't feel quite comfortable yet, but you're trying to get back there, okay? I know that sense of deep passion and easy desire that doesn't cause conflict and we don't have to think about it. You know, things happen, space happens over time, and two people get to know each other, and it starts to feel like a thought as opposed to, like I said, a feeling. That feeling can come back. It is. Okay? If we manage to work it into a thought, a practice, a habit, or a schedule, you can also train yourself to make it back into a place of feeling too. Okay? You can. You absolutely can. Because it works both ways. Seven of Pentacles. Let's see that Seven of Pentacles. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. They seem pretty patient, caring, and understanding. Nurturing too. They do like to nurture the sexual energies. They just have different methods via the senses, it looks like. That's their particular method. They look steady. They seem to enjoy, like I said, a great deal. Just in communication alone. Let's see the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Cups, the Hermit. Yeah, Ace of Cups, there it is. That's exactly what I was talking about. Very good. You're doing it. You are. Okay? You are. You are experiencing some success in this, I promise you. Remember that conversion I told you about? If this is naturally who you are, and it was quite spontaneous, you want to get back into that place of warmth, and you don't have to think about it, schedule it, or make room for it, practically speaking, Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, then you can undo that thinking too. You can get back into that space of I want to feel it first, not think about it. Okay? Absolutely. If you can do one... If you can convert the process into one direction, you can take it backwards too. It's just sometimes all the time, we as human beings really do lose touch of our emotional selves. And it's not always the connection, it's just, that's life, like I said. Individually, we have to learn to make more space for ourselves. Everything begins with the self, including our sexual energy. Make more space for you. So the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the Hermit, there it is, Ace of Cups, you getting back in touch with your emotionality, okay? Remembering your own particular pleasure principles and how they are indeed tied to your heart. You want to give yourself to this, not because you feel like you have to or to make it fair, but because you love it. That's why. Remember that. You love this connection like you love yourself, and your sexual energy will flow through a lot better, okay? You won't have to think about planning for it so much. It will just get easier, I promise. But I promise you, this connection, I know you love it. I know you do. I see it. And sometimes you probably think it's really grown thin or worn thin on you. I promise you, make more space for you at the emotional level. You'll remember that you love this like you love yourself. The sexual energy will get easier. Okay? And that's what you're doing right now. All right? 7 and 7, that's slow, steady progress in here, particularly as the Hermit reflected once more from your opening. You went from a Hermit that was dealing with the Four of Cups to a Hermit that is now expanded, okay, at the individual level. Easy. Just take it easy. It's a work in progress, right? We want to focus on progress, not perfection, all right? But yeah, there it is. You look a lot better. You feel a lot better. Remember that you're meant to love yourself first, okay? Remember that you're meant to love yourself first. I want to jump over here to the Seven of Swords, and if I have more questions, I'll go back to that Nine of Cups, okay? I'm going to see one of the elements here that doesn't seem to be completely falling into place yet, but like I said, we're looking for progress, not perfection here. Let's see that Seven of Swords, please. Show me that Seven of Swords. Show me that Seven of Swords. The Eight of Wands, the Moon, the Hierophant. Okay. Okay. There are some things that we are nervous talking to our partner about. Are we kind of verbally shy with them sometimes? Because I saw somebody here who clearly enjoys the communication. Okay. And the Eight of Wands is showing back up again. And there we have the Moon and the Hierophant, you know. Do some of you feel prohibited from your beliefs, perhaps upbringing, because there's a shy element in here, in the sexual energy. The thing that your person likes the most is some of you are actually quite shy about. You'd rather not use your words. You just want to get back into that space of I just want to do it like I used to. There's a little bit of shyness there, just a little bit. And I'm glad you're on the process of recovering your heart space and feeling better about you. That in and of itself is already a huge achievement. Keep going in that. Your sexual energy will pick up. But there is one element here that we shy away from. It's that 8 of Wands I saw over here. The Moon, the Hierophant. You feel like there's just some things you can't tell your partner, particularly as it relates to maybe their pleasure. Let's see your pleasure then. We're going to go ahead and do that 9 of Cups. What is your personal pleasure then? Some of you feel like you can't open up like that. You can't tell them what you want. See, by doing the opposite of that particular fear, it might actually launch you back into that old energy you're familiar with. Especially if you're that Aquarius who identifies as that love-making and the sexual energy is something you never had to discuss. You just felt it and you flowed with it. You never had to talk about it. It just was. So you're doing some excellent inner work here. You really are, particularly as it concerns your emotional self. But that thing that might make you uncomfortable, just a little bit of shyness in there, that actually your partner here seems to like. If you challenge yourself to that, you might find yourself going back into that sexual energy a lot faster. Okay? Perhaps where you just had a spontaneous exhibition of your sexual energy, it could put you back into that space if you lean into it a little bit. You know? But I just want to get you out of that space of, is the sexual energy still fair? Do I need to plan it? Practically speaking, are we giving and taking in harmony? Let's get you out of that. Okay? I want to get you out of that. You're doing a good job, like I said, on your emotional evolution here and how far you have come as a person outside of your sexual energy, but also understanding how they are indeed related. One of the reasons why I read intimate tarot. So you are doing a good job. But there's that one little specific sexual aspect that you shy away from that your partner seems to enjoy. And that's where I would kind of challenge you to maybe lean into it. Okay? The Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to do it. You want to be open. You do. You do. You want to give from your heart space. You want to be a generous and loving partner. You say you two know how to work together very well. I believe you both. I do. I believe you both. You say you're both very used to and comfortable with each other, but you don't want to take it for granted. The only thing that you're showing me shyness around is is perhaps expressing yourself. Not just physically, which for you I could tell was always easy until recently. Okay. So you are in the process here to rediscover it, understanding that you still love yourself, that you still love this, that you still would willfully give to it. They're patient. They seem to be understanding. They want a little bit more of the intimate communication, you verbally expressing what you want, is the Aquarius I'm looking at today. And you're like, that's the one thing that's a little uncomfortable for me. I'm just used to doing. And that feeling to just do isn't there anymore, Christina. I want you to push yourself a little bit more for the Aquarius I'm looking at. This was to be the advice I'm giving you today, since you're both highly cooperative with each other. I just see you withholding a little bit because, again, I'm seeing shyness. Okay. I'm seeing shyness. You would willfully give your heart to this. You would willfully give your time, energy, and effort to it. And it looks beautiful. You know you want to do that. 9 of Cups. Queen of Cups is here twice. Some of you are very strong hearts, naturally full for this situation. And you want to give more to it. I just see you being a little shy around the one thing that might actually open you back up. Okay. I'm not saying it's a you problem, but I'm saying it's just at least one person here. And if it's not you, as in you, could be a partner, get shy with their verbal expression. And since you two are so used to each other and you both seem to be very concerned with this idea of fairness, you want to get your sense of sexual groove back, harmony with the self and spontaneity. Maybe try it. Encourage it a little bit. Coax it. I would really like it if I told you what I wanted or you tell me what you wanted. Okay? That might help get back into the groove of things, yeah? Queen of Cups is in the outcome. I know you love this. Look at this. Look at the high level of compatibility you two have. It's just a little. I see you wanting to give to this because it does please you, and it would please you to please them. It really would. It really would. But it's just that one area, Christina, I feel getting so much closer or in touch with my sexual energy like I used to. There's this one thing though that I kind of get hung up on. So again, if you're someone who is very comfortable with your physical form and the passion was always easy for you, yeah, things like communication and the little things that this person likes, it was never really perhaps the focus for some of you. And now it is. It's okay, you know? It's not a bad thing. That just means we've changed and evolved. You know, when people say, you've changed, yeah, you're supposed to. Thing is, can you and your partner change correctly together? Yeah, absolutely. You two have proven that many times over. I just think your sexual energies have evolved as a couple, that's all. And you two are trying to figure out each other's new standards for sexual expression. That's it. It's really not rocket science here today, guys. I see you wanting to give more to this, more of yourself to it emotionally. And rediscover that passion. Let's see that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, the World, the Six of Swords. Interesting. Huh. That's so odd. I see something here. We're going to focus on you for a second. I see something of the past that sometimes affects you, okay? And pulls you out of the space of being present with your person and with yourself too. There's something of the past that sometimes still haunts your heart space. Makes you revert back to an old space where the love doesn't fit and the sexual energy doesn't fit. It's some sort of shadow of something a love past or lost. Sometimes it crosses your heart. Okay. I don't know why it's there, even though it's long gone. Six of Cups can either be present-oriented or past-oriented. In this respect, it's someone we've known in the past who is not in your life and hasn't been for a long time. There are disappointments surrounding that particular union. Okay? I want you to be aware of that. Whatever it is that are disappointments of the past with a connection that hasn't been in your life for some time, because that's quite the long absence that you're showing me. You're saying you don't love it anymore, but that sometimes it still affects you. Okay. So in sexual energy, stuff like this is fairly common, all right? When we have impressions of other people, okay, that are kind of long ago and far away, can still affect us emotionally, even sexually. And I see how it pulls away from you, all right? It's something about that perhaps imparted an important lesson upon you about what matters in terms of emotional availability, sexual availability, and who it is you would devote your life to and why. Okay. And those can be very powerful lessons. But we only need to reflect upon them so much. Okay. Let that be a reflection point for what it is that you have today, someone who is clearly by your side and would work with you at every conceivable lever. Will work with you at every conceivable level. Okay, because I do see that willingness to share, to open up, rediscover, love. That one element we're shy about is the one thing they would ask more of. And I see you leaning more into it. But there's something in here that affects you from the past. Perhaps a love that was never fully resolved, emotionally or sexually. And I don't want that affecting your beautiful heart more than perhaps it already has. Just use it as a reflection point, like I said, from the echoes of the past versus what you clearly have today that is present and does show up beautifully for you and you for it. Okay? Whatever that connection was and its sexual energy and emotional energy, that's something else. Okay? So if you must reflect upon it from time to time, let it be that a reflection. That's where I came from, and this is what I have. because there's something in there that's reassuring that this love is real and it's more than workable. It's highly compatible too, and understanding, I believe. Okay? So, now let's do this. Something to think about. So if you've always been that kind of AM lover, morning, afternoon, and maybe they're more of a PM lover, where they like those special words, right, just between you and them, you know, something to think about. Something to think about. I mean, honestly, what are a couple words in the dark, you know? All right. Come on now. There we go. Healing. I know, I saw it for you. That was a very prominent feature in your reading today, number 24. Really, an Aquarius is doing a job of consolidating their sexual energies and how they used to be experienced, okay? Without discussion, without need to. It was just felt incredibly so, powerfully so, to now I have to consciously think about it. You want to heal that, and I see you pulling forth more of the emotionality. I love this, and I love myself. I love this, and I love myself. I want to get back into a good place of sexual comfort with myself and my partner. And that's exactly what you're doing. Number 24, healing. Specifically, sexual healing. I saw it here for you several times. So you can get back into a place of fulfillment with your person. Exactly. That's been the focus this whole time. Number 35, I see that happening right about here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And there's that person right there at the back. They're open to interpretation. This person is so sensory driven. They love the touch, taste, smell, etc. And they would love all that delivered from you. But yeah, like I said, maybe we can go from being an AM lover to a PM lover. Get a little more comfortable in the dark. Just let things happen, you know. Anything else in here, please? Calling in your soulmate. I think you already know who this is, okay? I think you already know who this is to you. I do. You two seem to be tried and true to be. See, I know. I saw that here. You have your soulmate versus the separation of someone else. Okay. So again, if you have someone sharply to compare this to, okay, in terms of emotional and sexual fulfillment, one is absent, one is clearly present. So you tell me, the one who best deserves all your good intentions, right? Again, they're a point of reflection. Don't get lost to it. Your emotional and sexual energy with them is in the past. Focus on the fulfillment that you have at the moment because they look like a pretty solid figure for you, okay? Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.